You don't have a sound now besides just telepathy. What was that?
What's that, dude?
That's a really
from
good one.
Sully, dude. What's that?
Was that my idea?
Yeah, you sent me that one. Yeah, the what's
Thanks.
up? What's up?
Hey, D Sully, it's Moody. It's a Sully Moody podcast. Thanks, guys.
Yep, we're back again.
We thought maybe we were going to change it up this week and try a new concept, keep people interested. Moody, you'd probably do a better job explaining it to the people.
No, I mean, yeah, we just wanted to go, maybe through some topical topics culturally in the news, interesting things that are happening. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is a big year.
Yeah.
2025 is crazy already.
Yeah.
Drew did the weirdest thing. You want to tell him, Drew? Like literally last night, I get a text from Drew, and he wants to talk about a few things today about,
well, first off,
on the podcast.
I thought yesterday was today, so I tried to leave. So that kind of was started the conversation. I was like, dude, I just left to go do the pod almost. But
yeah.
Let down. I ended up having to tuck in the kids.
Brutal. Yeah, kids. Am I right? But you texted me about a few topics, and one of them was the telepathy tapes. And I don't know if people are familiar. The telepathy tapes are about this group of nonverbal kids or people around the world that can, non-speakers. Yep. And that they can talk to themselves through this. Basically, it's like expanded consciousness where they like telepathically can communicate to each other. And it was weird because I was listening to this podcast. He was listening to this podcast. And we did not tell each other about it. And then when he texted me about the topics for today, I had my topic, and that was going to be one of them, and that was going to be his. And I was like, dude, we're already doing it. We're already telepathically communicating. So, it's crazy.
Yeah, we're already halfway to being like, I mean, I hate to say it, but dude, we're retards.
Yep.
We like,
congratulations.
I didn't say that.
Congratulations.
Hold on.
I knew Sully was enlightened.
I know. I just got distracted from your thoughts. Hey, but and I thought that was crazy. Like, dude, we are telepathic, and it's the same thing as when you think that, like, oh my God, you've been thinking about somebody and you haven't talked to them for a while, and then they call you.
Yeah, I mean, how long has it been since our last podcast?
It's been
1 week.
It's been about 1 week. Exactly. Actually. We do this every Thursday.
Yeah.
So, and it's another good call from D Sully.
Yeah, it's been. I almost, instead of telling you to do that one, I almost told you to, I just recorded it myself.
Oh, really? You're gonna do that? Yeah.
But it was not going to be as funny as, because people would be like, what is that?
Yeah. What? Maybe, hopefully the people that are listening are around our age. I'd assume that they would know that song, the reference.
Well, back to the telepathy tapes. So yeah, I started the Joe Rogan podcast that came out yesterday.
Yes.
And I'd already written a funny joke about the telepathy tapes without even knowing anything about them. Yes.
Ooh, what's your joke?
I think you've heard it.
Okay.
Maybe you haven't.
Maybe not. Yeah. It's been a little while since I've been around the open mic scene.
It's just about, there's these nonverbal kids. There's a podcast with these nonverbal kids that are proving that they're telepathic with their parents. And it's just absolutely amazing. And I just couldn't believe it. But like, imagine having kids that were nonverbal. Man, I wish my kids were nonverbal. I don't know. It was something like that. Hey, I wish my kids were nonverbal.
Right. But not for the reasons you think.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something
I
like
it.
that.
There's something.
But
There's something there to that.
so I saw that Kai, what's her name? Kai
Oh yeah, Kai. Yeah,
Riddle.
what is her last name? I forget what her last name is. That's a cool
Damn
first
it.
name though.
KY.
Yeah, that's super cool.
It's so cool.
Let
Yeah.
me see real quick.
Hatchet guy. But so instead of I was like started it and I was like, oh, you know what? I'm just gonna listen to the actual telepathy tapes,
right.
so I could, at least get a little smarter on the subject. And
It's
dude,
Kai
that
Dickens.
is Kai Dickens. God, how could I forget?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I have a pen in my hand. I keep clicking it. You guys can probably hear it. I'm sorry about that.
He's a pen
But-
clicker. Hey,
Dude.
he'll click more than just a pen, you know what I'm saying?
So I was listening, and dude, that is the craziest thing I've ever heard of in my entire life. What these
Like
kids
the
are
hill. The hill.
doing. The hill.
Dude,
That's
the hill
nuts.
is wild.
That's where we go. That's why we're gonna start doing the podcast. Maybe sometimes in meta, but the rest of the time it's all gonna be on the hill.
Yeah, exactly. And you guys, if you guys want to listen to the podcast, you're gonna actually have to join the Patreon and subscribe to get to the hill.
Yeah.
She was talking about there's like a barrier of entry into. So to explain the hill to people that don't understand or haven't listened to the podcast,
Yeah. Hey,
basically,
wait. Do we have a button that
these
says?
kids are.
Wait, is my mic not working? Don't lose that thought. Or
Yeah, your mic's
don't we have
working.
a?
I got you.
Don't we have a alert, like a, what's the word for it? Teaser alert? No, when you're about to give something away from a show that or something that's happened, that if you don't want to hear it, then tune out now. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Yes.
Hey, I was waiting for it.
I'll cut that up and we can put that in a button.
It was like,
spoiler alert. Did you
The
not have
thought
any
just
idea what
came
I was
to-
talking about?
no, I didn't.
Okay,
I was
so
like,
go back to the
trying. I was tracking. I was like, I'm hearing what you're saying, but yeah.
Go back
Then
to
the
the
idea
barrier of
came to you, a
entry.
heavenly idea out of the Akashic record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I actually got it from the hill.
Exactly.
Somebody planted it.
You got the hill is like, so basically these kids can communicate. They go into like an out of body experience, kind of, is my understanding, and they all meet up in this place called the Hill where they can communicate with each other. And supposedly this lady's verified this, where like you have one kid, let's say in Atlanta, and he's communicating with others in the state or out of the state, and it's just not even in the vicinity, and they're talking to each other and they've never met. And so she's talking to one family with a kid that says there's this hill and is telling them about these names of people that he knows. And then she goes to the other families and is like, hey, have you ever heard of this kid? Like, he says that he knows your son or daughter. And like, they confirm that like they've been talking. And I guess some of them have like relationships. Like one guy has a girlfriend at the hill, and like they know, like there's no way for them to know that. So there's like some weird stuff going on where like people are communicating like in this fabric of consciousness, which is super crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But a lot of them are here based in Atlanta, which is cool, in Georgia.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said like we might be in the club.
Right. And they said supposedly like you can't just get into the hill. Like it's exclusive to the effect that it's all about like intention and love. So like in order to
I
get
know.
in, right?
I know.
So like
I got it in. Yeah.
for our hill, yeah, you have there's gonna be a paywall.
It's all about love and paywall.
Yeah, and a paywall. That's
I'm sorry.
$5 a month to get on the hill.
To interrupt. God, Sullivan. $5 to be in my hill.
That's right. Yeah. So we're gonna have
That's
our
a
own
good
hill.
idea.
We're gonna go out, and then it's basically gonna be like our YouTube channel where it's like we got the hill, and then you and me are there, like communicating telepathically, and we're like, "Hey guys," and we're just like waiting for people to join.
comment and subscribe. You know, I went
Just
to
echoes.
see. I saw Patrick this weekend. He's like,
No.
"Hey, I commented."
How's he doing?
Is there a delay? You think?
No, I hear you loud and clear. I'm sorry, I interrupted you.
I can't do this. I'm out, dude.
All right, see you, man.
Yeah, no, I went and saw Patrick this weekend, and he was like, "So I commented." I was like, "Yeah, dude, thanks, appreciate that." He's like,
Nice.
"Golf?" I was like, "Oh yeah, yeah."
Oh, yeah. We have to actually keep
I
our
got you.
promises.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That's
He's gonna
funny,
start
dude.
using that like once a month, like he's gonna be
Right?
like, golf.
Yeah. He's gonna abuse it, and then we're gonna have to start calling him out. Like, hey, by the way,
Yeah.
anybody who comments besides Patrick, we'll take him out to golf.
Yeah, once you can only get it once.
Right? Yeah. You can't
Yeah.
just keep abusing.
So tell your
that,
friends.
bruh.
Your friends can always invite somebody.
Yeah,
And
dude.
if
So
that's
yeah,
you,
I
then
just thought that was crazy, dude. That we were like telepathically already knowing that we wanted to talk about the same topic. Oh, and
yeah.
also the one that you sent me about Scamanda,
Scammy?
Scamanda. That was
Yes.
another
Scam
weird
Newton.
thing because I don't know if I texted you, but you
Yeah.
texted me
See?
that, and we were both talking
Right.
about the telepathy thing, and that was weird. But then I walked into my bedroom, and Jesse,
You walked into your bedroom.
I
That's a
walked into
lie.
my bedroom. I know, right?
That's a lie.
I ran into my bedroom.
You always run and then you jump on your bed.
Yeah, full speed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's funny. Every time I go up the stairs of my house, like I run. I double step. I
Yeah.
skip steps. I run. I go boop boop boop
Yes.
boop boop. It's not even
Yeah,
a
because
lie.
you're still a little kid.
I
In your
know.
heart.
I run up. I'm like,
Yeah. Sometimes
I
I
could
run up on my
be.
hands. Oh shit! I run up on my hands and my knees. Not my knees. Like but on fours.
I could be so tired. I literally could have just woken up, but I have to just do. I have to skip a step.
So when you walked into your room, what?
I walked in my room and I was like reading the text and I was like, oh my God, it's so weird about the telepathy thing. And then I read that the other topic you wanted to talk about was the Scamanda thing. And literally I turned,
the
Jesse's
biggest
watching
scammer
that
on Instagram.
Yeah. And literally Jesse's watching that on TV while I walk into the room. Like, and you were like, those are the things I want to
Scamanda
talk
one.
about. Yeah.
Was she the church girl?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. There's another one though.
Yeah. The Belle, she was like from Australia or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesse was
Has
talking
she seen
about
that one already?
She hasn't seen that. No.
Yeah. I know. I've started it a couple of times. I've gotten into it. But she really is just in a different league. Like the Scamanda, the American girl, is like she's in the majors when it comes to like fucking. She's just such a liar. Like she's just one of those girls. It's like, yeah, I've a BMW, and it's like you don't drive a BMW, but she's really good at that. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Like, are you talking about the Amanda Scamanda, right?
Yeah,
Amanda
and she's
Scamanda.
like an expert. And
Oh,
she would
yeah.
literally just go to the hospital and just check her. You can go to the hospital and check yourself in for anything.
And take a picture. Yeah.
Yes, it
You're like, I'm
is.
back. And then the next day, like everybody
I
sees
just can't
her.
figure it out.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah, and
dude.
then you tell everybody that you're pregnant, even though you're in like stage 5 brain cancer.
And she's part of a church, and she's like a worship leader or something. Like she's on stage, like preaching gospel to people and like also taking their money. It's crazy. But that's how, I mean, honestly, people use religion in bad ways. Just they use them in good ways, but some people, the bad people, can persuade people through religious or spiritual ideology. I mean, just like
whatever gets you into religion, if it's good or it's bad, as long as you do it.
That's how cult leaders start, dude. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've been listening to yeah, there's another guy named Chase Hughes. I think I saw him on Danny Jones's podcast first, but I think he went on Joe Rogan recently. But yeah, he talks about like psychology and stuff. He's like a master manipulator / psychologist. He worked for the military.
Clay. He's fucking Clay.
Yeah.
No,
it wasn't that. It was Clay.
Clay.
But he was talking about how cult leaders start because he like in order to study how cults start, he went, or not, I'm sorry, not he, in order to study how the brain works, because he wanted to study psychology and he was in the military. He went out to California and started studying cult leaders and how they get somebody from like point A to then like point B. Like, how do you get like a regular person to just literally undo everything in their life and start down like a new moral path and like become a cultist? And like he studied those people, and it was super interesting to hear about what he had to say
Right. And
about
it
how the
takes
brain works.
it takes a person that's like a little bit persuadable, and then you have someone that's like a really good person to be in charge,
Yeah.
and that person that's in charge can freaking persuade the other person to do anything with the right few like tactics. I
Oh
know.
yeah.
It's like I want to be a salesperson again and just read that guy's book.
I know. He also mentioned he like he mentioned the cult leaders, and then another thing he like compared them to were timeshare salesmen. So like people that sell
Yes.
timeshares, he like studied
Yes.
people that sell timeshares, and he was like
Right. I've
the
always
people that
wanted to be a fly on the wall for that.
yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. So basically, you can, if you have that skill set, you can either be a cult leader or you can be a timeshare salesman, which is amazing. Which
I
does
know.
make sense.
Imagine, oh my God, what a miserable job. It's like,
Well, dude, hey, I
but
got this pitch
I
for you.
know how people get into it.
But listen, I got this pitch for you though, right? I know you want to buy real estate and you want to
Don't
own
leave.
property.
Nope. Don't leave. Have the bagel. Have a bagel.
I got a nice schmear for you. I got a nice
I
schmear.
I know exactly how people get into jobs like that though.
They have nowhere else to go.
It
How?
yeah,
How do they get into
kind of.
jobs like
I
that?
know because I got a job just like that.
Me
I
too.
tried to
Yeah.
sell debt back to people. They were like, I took that out fraudulently, and I'm like, now I'm trying to trick them back into paying it back.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You could have been
And
a
then
timeshare
it
salesman.
doesn't. I know I could have.
Yeah. It's crazy.
When you're
It's
like,
you're owning like you're owning a property, but you're only owning it for a little bit of time. Like you can have it 1
yeah,
month out of the year. That's such a
it takes
weird
like
concept.
one skis ball that like assembly of money somehow, right? Whether it's like
Yeah.
illegal or non-illegal. And then it takes that skis ball family that kind of does that to start opening businesses up and like things
Yep.
like collection agencies or
Yeah.
timeshare sales stuff. I don't know how even that
Right.
works. Like, but that's a company that's doing that, right? And then those skis balls are the bosses that have never done it before. And then they
Right.
just start hiring people to do it. And then
Yeah.
they just like start finding people that can do it. And then if you know those skis balls and you
Yeah.
know their jobs, that's how you
Right.
get that job.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those guys like basically when they're setting up like they invented the timeshare. They're like, you know, some people just don't have the assets to buy a property outright. So how can we like bring the barrier of entry low? We're like, we'll
We'll buy
just
it
sell, yeah, we'll buy the
and
property and
rent it
then we'll
to a bunch of
sell
people.
pieces of time to them, like
Yeah.
a week,
So
2 weeks. It's perfect. If we
it's so
sell enough
genius.
time,
It's so
we'll get our
genius.
investment back plus a little bit. And then we'll also, if they like count it as a mortgage. So like if I pull somebody's credit report, timeshares show up, it almost looks like a mortgage. And if you let it lapse, it looks like you're in default on a mortgage. It's crazy. It's really bad. And people
Oh
don't
my
really
gosh.
understand that. Yeah, it's really bad. Timeshares are brutal.
Yee.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, so you're not a fan?
No, I own 4.
Well, I've got a I wish I had the soundboard so bad. I've got so many good ideas, man, but you're just like not hitting the
No,
buttons.
it's like I I own
Don't want to
12
wait.
timeshare. No, I own 52 timeshares. I own
That's
one
it.
timeshare for every week. So I just live at a different house every week.
Yeah, you don't
I own
even buy
52
property. You don't
timeshares. I don't.
rent.
It's the smartest thing
Yeah.
ever. Actually, I'm going to make
I
a
don't
YouTube video about that. you should own just timeshares. It's like van life, but for houses.
Right.
You know, you just kind of move every week to a different place.
Yeah, I know. Would you do it? Would you do it in a van, or would you just airfare? Just
Nah,
collect airfare points.
scooter, like a Vespa,
Yeah, and just own timeshares all around the same
all
like
around the country.
area. Oh,
No,
the
I mean
country
all
with a
across like
Vespa.
I-10 and I-20. You know, like going east west.
Yeah, with a
From
Vespa.
East Coast, West Coast kind of guy.
You know, Bud's on this thing right now with watching like motocross races and stuff.
No,
And
he's
so
getting really into it, isn't he?
so into it, dude. So he is
Is
like
it?
totally watching the stuff, and um he'll a lot of time I'll watch like the 50cc races with like it'll be like 4 to 8 year olds or whatever on 50cc bikes.
Yeah,
And um there's like a circuit of racing that's like on the street where the kids are like on 50cc street bikes, and they're hitting the
really?
curves with their knee down with like the pads on their knees. It's like
No, are you serious?
yes, it is
That's
and so
crazy.
yeah, now I've been getting into like watching all this YouTube stuff with like the kids racing circuits.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's also like go-karts, obviously that, but like yeah, it's like the same as like the 50cc bikes, but they're like street bikes. They're like tiny little rice rocket street bikes. Like you can get those where they look like they're adults are riding them, but
I've ridden one because they used
they're
to
like
sell those.
tuned up.
Oh shit!
So they're like they sound like these kids are flying and they're
Dude, little
sliding their
kids would
knees
fly.
down.
Yeah, because they're so light. Those kids would
Right.
fly.
Yeah. Like I can ride Bud's bike, but it's like
Oh yeah.
but he rides in second gear and gasses it, and he's like,
Yeah. They when we were growing up, probably like middle school. You know when like GoPeds were like real popular, the gas powered scooters. They started selling like those, but they were
yeah,
like
yeah,
mini
yeah,
motorcycles, like Harley
right,
looking motorcycles, but they're mini,
right.
and then they had
That's
So
what I was trying to compare it to. I didn't know what to
yeah,
call it.
and Brian, the skateboarder Brian, he got one of those, and it was like kind of like a Harley style, and we used to ride it around his neighborhood to go to different spots to skate. And I would just like either hold on to the back and he would drive it, or whatever. It's super funny. But like as the years progressed, like from middle school to high school, you get like so much bigger. So at a certain point, like it just wasn't enough, to get us around. That in between stage, like when you're like, teenager before you're driving. So you just have to utilize like any other mode of transport. So like skateboard,
And
bicycle,
yeah,
motorized scooter.
well, yeah, it was like a big thing. Was all those little bikes? That was a
I
weird
used to
thing.
be
That
able
like
to ride it with them, but then yeah, and that's
you
the
got too
funniest thing
big
ever. Yeah, two like
with
two
with
little
the like
kids on
knees.
a
They're like, but when you ride it, your knees go out wide.
yeah. Looked like the movie Dumb and Dumber, and they're both riding that scooter on the way into Colorado.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny.
yeah.
Yeah, good one.
Thanks. Wow.
Dude, I'm so disappointed in that sound
Well,
choice. Hey, do you?
Bumbleclad!
It's okay.
that's like the Jamaican term for like, whatever, screw you, dude.
Bumbucka.
Like,
I've got something.
You got
I've
something?
got something. Yeah.
Yeah, hit me with it, dude.
Philosophy.
Ooh, D-Celly on the mic.
So when you're cussing, that's one thing. But if you say it in slang, like F off, like, are you still cussing? Because you're still representing the word with something, like, so technically, like, God still probably sees it as you cussing. Like, if you were to say, oh my gosh, like,
Oh.
he knows what he means.
Oh, yeah, God knows for sure.
Yeah, God knows that you didn't, what, I brought that up to someone and they said, well, that's why I say, oh my goodness. But I'm like, that's still slang for, oh my God.
Yeah, you can't
Or
be
slang
like,
for that word?
Oh my God!
yeah, you can't be like that.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God!
Uh,
You want to lip sync it real quick?
Oh my God!
we got you. We got you that one more time.
Do
Do you want to lip sync it real quick?
Yeah, you ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my God!
That's good. Have we been practicing?
Yeah, we have. We've been practicing. Oh,
Okay. Well, I thought you were gonna give me an answer on that. So no, you don't. Oh my gosh. Is that the sneaky, slithery snake?
that's a sneaky, slithery snake, dude. Yeah, David.
Gosh, dude,
I
put
went
your
to.
dick away.
We had like a doctor's visit for the baby this morning, and just trying to like work and get everything taken care of at the house and make sure everybody's doing all right. David was at school, and we're like heading out the door to go to the doctor's office for the baby, and I get a call like pretty much as we're like about to leave, and the nurse at David's school's like, "Yeah, David threw up 3 times at school. You're gonna need to come pick him up." And I was like, "Oh no, what happened?" And she was like,
Today.
he ate a pepper." And I was like, "A pepper? Like, where did you get a pepper from?" Because I like pack his lunch. She's like, I don't know, David, where'd you get the pepper? And he's like, I don't know. It was like in my lunch. And I was like, David, you didn't have a pepper in your lunch. I don't pack peppers in your lunch. So she was like, you got to come pick him up. And he can't go back to school tomorrow because you have to like wait 24 hours or something. And I pick him up. And I was like, so
Yay.
David, what kind of pepper did you like? Where'd you get that
A
pepper from?
habanero.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, I don't know. I think I got it either from like my friend Gareth or from my friend." I was like, "You don't even remember who you got the pepper from?" And he's like, "No,
You're like, I'm not gonna do anything about it.
I know. I don't care. I was just like curious." I was like,
He
"That's why
call
you
his
don't eat.
parents.
You don't eat like random things from school from different people."
Are you
Because
gonna
dude,
call his parents?
yeah,
Fucking,
oh yeah,
you got the
100%.
guts.
Don't give
you don't
my-
have the. You
don't
have
give
the
my
fucking
son-
guts.
You better not give my son any more peppers. I swear to God, I'm gonna come over there.
And what are you gonna teach him? Are you
I'm
gonna teach
gonna-
Garrett a lesson?
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you. I'm gonna teach Gareth a lesson.
Don't give my fucking son peppers.
I don't want your bell peppers anymore.
No, but
They were
dude,
just a bell.
I know. That's why I was like, was it a chili pepper or like a habanero or ghost pepper? He's like, no, he gave me a yellow bell pepper. I was like, what? That was so funny. Yeah, it was
That
so
is
funny.
really good.
But dude, he's come home. This is like the 4th time. Like one day he came home with a pack of ramen. He's like, Dad, I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. It was all honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it was like a commercial for ramen. It's like, the shots like the door opens up, it's the end of school, and he comes through the door, and I'm like, hey son, how was your day at school? And he comes in with a pack of ramen. He's like, I know what I'm having for dinner tonight. And then he pulls out a pack of chicken ramen. And I'm like, where'd you get that? And he's like, my friend gave it to me at school. He wanted me to have it. I was like, okay. So I cooked him the ramen that night and he ate it, and it was like, he thought it was okay. Obviously it's ramen. I mean, I've had a lot of ramen.
My kids
but,
love ramen.
I do. I know. Well, ramen's good. I think his, no, he liked the ramen. It was the second time. So the second time he liked the chicken ramen. The second time he came home, he had a can of SpaghettiOs. So a kid had brought him a can of SpaghettiOs to come home to eat for dinner. And so we cooked that. So I'm like, I'm getting free subsidized meals from like the school he's going to, like, cause the kids are just like bringing him dinners to bring home. And, yeah, he brings home the SpaghettiOs. I make them for him cause he's never had them before. And it's like, this is kind of like a thing you have to do as a kid. You have to have SpaghettiOs at least once. So we cook him the SpaghettiOs. He's all excited. And then he goes to eat them and he's like, these are disgusting. I was like,
SpaghettiOs.
yeah, they're not the best. He's like, I
God,
like
I
regular
mean-
spaghetti because I make him spaghetti all the time, like spaghetti and chicken nuggets. He likes that because it's like almost like chicken parmesan. You sprinkle like parmesan over it
yeah.
and chop up some chicken nuggets and do like regular spaghetti with marinara
Yes,
sauce.
that's actually a cheat code. Don't tell anybody. And then
Yeah,
you put a little marinara sauce on top of it. If you melt
I'm spilling all the secrets.
Yeah. Don't tell too many people. It's okay.
Just-
Nobody watches.
yeah.
And
Hey, if
thank
you're out
you.
there,
We do.
what's up? Chicken nuggets
Thank
on
you.
spaghetti.
Put the chicken nuggets on. Don't forget. No burn them. You know what?
That's right.
Speaking of, I have a topic.
Okay.
Broilers. Why do girls use those?
broilers?
Why do girls use the broiler?
Oh, dude, my wife uses the broiler. Does Mamie use the broiler?
And then does it like, oh shit, I burnt it
And they burnt. Yes.
every time.
Why? Why? Why
I
do they
grew
like-
up. 2 older sisters. I got a mom. I lived on like broiler stuff, and every single time it's like,
Why do they
don't,
like a
don't use the
crispy
broiler.
top?
Just put it on like 425 or something.
Nope.
No, because it'll.
It'll get crispy. Is that their excuse?
Yeah, well, no, they just want to like cook the top of it, and it's
Yeah,
like, the thing
get a
is
little-
like, yes, you can do that. Just put it on 425 or whatever. It will cook just the top. I promise.
Yeah.
It'll do the work.
Yeah. The heat element is on the top of the oven and on the bottom.
No,
Yeah.
I don't think it
Yeah,
is.
There is. There's a heat element on the top. That's where the
The
broiler
regular
comes
one?
from. Yeah.
Yeah, but do they use the broiler all the time? I think that the heat element's in the front on the bottom, and then it pumps the heat around, and the
No, it
broiler's
can.
the only thing on top.
Yeah. The different settings use different heat elements, but there is one
well,
on
yeah,
top
if you're
for the
rich,
broiler.
but dude, we don't. Not everybody has fancy double oven kitchens like you, dude.
Yeah, my wife loves the broiler. Dude, this
What a bitch.
this is my wife's strategy to cook things, and if she was in here, she'd know I'd be talking about it because we laugh about it all the time. But it's any dish, any recipe on the stove or anything. Here's the setting. Here's the setting for the for the cookware. It's just until it can't go anymore. Just all the way up. It's as high as it can go. You're cooking eggs, pancakes, a steak, chicken. It doesn't matter. It's going all the way up.
That is
Oh my
crazy,
God. Yeah,
dude.
that's
Girls
pretty
are
wild.
great. She doesn't read the directions. She just puts it.
No, there's
puts
no
it up.
directions. It's all by feel.
Well,
Yeah, which honestly you should cook with feel, but also don't cook everything on high. And at this point, if I did have a soundbite for Creed, "Can You Take Me Higher?" I would do that, but I don't. Dang.
Can you take me higher?
I'm sorry, I screwed that up. I shouldn't have said anything.
Nah, dude, you made it better, to be honest with you. I'm not a good singer.
So, have you guys heard this one? Have you guys seen this one? This is a really good one.
So-
And is it okay that you know how like there's that funny meme or whatever they call them that goes around? It's like, if you're ever having a bad day, just remember what's his name, Eddie Vedder said. And it's like, on the field is a and I know, and I know. You've never seen that before?
No, I want to hear it. Do you have it on your phone?
Oh, you know what song I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah. Pearl Jam?
Okay,
Yeah.
but you never seen the meme.
I don't think so.
So, and when in the meme, it's like it plays the song, and it's like abba deba daba do deba. You know, it's like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
remember what he said. And,
Right,
you know,
right.
and it's like a bunch of just like gibberish.
But it's almost
right?
like every Pearl Jam song, though. It's like, and I don't want to say.
Yeah. So there is someone that figured out exactly what he says, and it's like another meme gif going around or whatever they call them. What am I talking about?
Dude,
Just a video.
Chia.
It's
You
just a
can
video.
play it.
Am I allowed to?
Yeah, you can play it.
And
Can you share your screen? Does it let you do that?
does it let you do that?
Yeah, it lets me do that. Does it let you do that?
If you, I don't know how. So why don't I just send it to you?
Okay.
Do you want me to email it
Yeah.
to you?
Chia.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna be so famous after this. We're gonna be
Yes.
so famous, dude.
Can you take
Me
me
higher.
higher?
Sorry, I didn't know you were doing something. I was just
Nah,
trying to sing along.
that's sick.
Do you want me to text it to you?
Yeah, that's cool.
Is that how you want it?
Can you take me higher?
Hey, can you do the other request that I have? It was
Yeah,
not
we're
that one.
watching this show. It's on Netflix. It's about a K-pop band, like in the making, where they like are going around the world
Oh,
and
nice.
finding like all of these like really talented girls to like start a new K-pop band. My wife found it. It's wild. It's like super intense, and the whole time, like it's like a year-long process where they'll bring in like 20 girls. You know, they're like dancers and singers and all the
course.
things like a K-pop
Are they
band,
pretty?
and they just berate them the whole time. Like it's
You're
so
ugly,
hard.
you're
They
too
like tell
fat.
them how bad they are, and we're like watching this, and we're like, a lot of them are bad singers, but like they're like incredible dancers, and the whole time like these dance coaches are just like berating them, and it's just like insane.
Is it like Asian culture aberration? Like
It's
they
not well.
they're
It's
just
funny.
not
It's
good
a
enough in
K-pop
school.
band, but it's people. It's girls from like
Beration?
Switzerland and South America and in Europe and Asian
So
countries,
it's just like
Japan,
really
Korea,
like
Philippines.
techno pop style. Is that why it's like K-pop?
It's a pop band. Yeah, they play pop music, but they call it K-pop for no reason. Like, because honestly, like there were pop bands before K-pop. You know, there's like NSYNC and like Backstreet Boys and
So
like.
is that considered K-pop? And
Well, I guess nowadays it is. They're calling everything K-pop, but yeah. Oh, I just got your video.
Is that how you? I thought you were gonna share your screen.
Oh yeah, well I got to send it to my computer.
That's why I asked you like 3 times.
Yeah, I got to send it to my computer.
I could have just emailed it to you.
You could have. I had technical difficulties. Just kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, are you sure I can just text it to you? You can just
No, just texted me, dude.
yeah, dude. I'm just drinking athletic beers.
That's
So
the problem.
athletic.
Wait a second. Oh, I know what to do.
Do I? Nah, don't worry about it. What about this one? Like, dude, this is taking forever.
What's up? No, do
Can you
it.
hear that
Dude.
sound? Because I really don't want to. No, dude. I just texted it to you, and like, you're making this so hard for me, bro.
Yeah, dude. Do we have anything? To talk about? I gotta go, dude.
All right, see ya. I quit. Hey, I was actually gonna talk. I want to talk to you about this. Like, what if I just gave you like $30,000 and you just give me the name and likeness image of what we have, and you just give me the podcast?
Oh, really?
I've got big plans. 30,000.
Dude, I'll take 30 grand. Yeah, I'll take it right now.
I know, right?
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hey, can I grab a beer real fast?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No.
Yeah, that's chill.
You're not gonna leave, are you?
No, that's chill, dude.
I'll be like 3 seconds. Hey guys, I'm back. When I left to go to the bathroom, when I left to go potty, were you thinking?
I was like,
I don't want to wait.
I was like, I just kept doing like deeper voices into the mic really close because they sound cool.
Oh, is that what you're doing the whole time?
Yeah, I was just doing this.
All right, let me write that down.
All right. Put it in your notepad.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to keep doing our deep breaths.
I'll be honest, dude. I've actually really been curious and interested in going deeper into consciousness. I think it's super interesting.
And start using like I think that if maybe we just didn't talk for a year to anyone, then maybe we could start tapping into that, like that sacred spiritual telepathy.
No, yeah, I mean, there's something to it, dude. It's pretty wild.
I mean, it took 21
You know?
years for old John Paul.
Hey, I got a question. Do you have a minute?
No,
That's
I'm
a
actually
classic. I won't even say that's original. That's a classic Kevin Nealon bit. So like Kevin Nealon, he's like one of my favorite stand-up comedians. He gets on stage and he like he's like right up my alley with comedy. He
Do
he'll
you
get on
have a
stage.
minute?
Yeah, he gets on stage and he starts talking to people. He's like, and he'll be like, so I was going to the store the other day. You guys have a minute? And everybody's like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's like you're the one on stage telling us, and then everybody laughs, and then he continues the story. It's just such a funny little quip that he does.
I can't wait to do that again. If it's on Thursday nights, maybe like I come over after.
You want to come over on Thursday nights?
Well, I mean, the only way to get to your house is to invite yourself over. So I figured that maybe like that I could come over after we do stand up on Thursday nights, right by your house.
What time are they doing it now on Thursdays?
It doesn't matter.
Is it starting today? Isn't today the first day?
I thought it was March like 6th or whatever.
Oh, I thought it was the 27th.
Do you think that he lied to me?
Yeah.
Damn it.
He asked me to do a show, Ryan, Mr. Shrilla.
Really?
Yeah.
You should be like, you should ask Drew.
I did.
No,
he's doing a
didn't.
show at he's doing a show at the Canopy and the Roots. But I haven't done it in so long. I'm like, I don't even know.
Oh yeah, you know,
honestly,
he told
don't
me
even
I
have
could
a
come
set.
to it, and it was like, was it? I asked him about that, and maybe it was that one already passed by, but he said it was like a type of show where it's like you're given topics by the crowd.
Yeah,
Does that make sense? Is that what he said?
Yeah, you can do. I think you have like a few minutes to run a set, and then it's topics. So I think at the top you get like a few minutes.
Yeah,
and then
actually, he
it's topics.
did say, "Oh, it's just be hard for me to go up there without practice." When is that? Did it already happen?
Let me check. I think that I found myself it's tomorrow, 28th.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in so long, but that's what he told me. He said I could. He's like, you could do that because I was. I said, "Yo, I got second place." He said I could do the next show there. When is it? It already happened, obviously. Like, well, you can do this one.
Yeah, I mean it's tomorrow.
And,
I would go if I were you. Or do you have time tomorrow?
I got all the time in the world. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. Slithering
Slither snake. You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you did stand up?
Like a month ago. Well, when the last of the time I was at, before they stopped doing stand up.
Freedom. Yeah. Oh, well, wait, wasn't that the time that you showed up and they weren't doing it because you missed it?
Yeah, but the week before.
Oh yeah. The last time I did stand up was, I think it was the Low Case. I think it was the Low Case with Nathan Lowe. Yeah.
Yeah, Thursdays is that open mic that's always right next to my house, but it's just hard to go and you're just sitting there by yourself.
Why don't you go, dude?
It starts in 15 minutes.
You could go. I know. I want to go, but
I don't want to get my baby sick.
Oh, no. Yeah. Actually, next week, I'm actually able to go back into the office and work.
The boss is going to let you?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I
But
have more
yeah,
topics.
the stand-up thing's hard because it's late at night and you're gone for a long time, you know. But
Yeah.
I'll get back.
It's just
I'll get
like,
back
I
in
just
it.
need a break. I just
Yeah.
need a break.
I'll
And then
I'll
you're
get
like,
back. It just takes
luckily, I
time.
picked
That's
you
all.
up a Kit Kat bar. Shut
Yeah,
up,
that's
dude.
right. Dude, I feel
There
like
is a delay,
being
isn't
gone
there?
for so long
There's
though, I've been
totally a
thinking about
delay.
it. Yeah,
Hey, snap your
now
fingers.
your video's cutting out.
1, 2, 3. Nice.
Right on time. Now, being gone from stand up for so long because it's been like probably over 2 months. I've thought about it a lot, and I don't feel like I could get on stage and do a set, but I do feel like I have a new perspective on things, on like how I would want to write jokes and stuff. When I go to think about my old stuff and like what I was doing and how silly it was, I'm like, I have a new idea of like how I want to do things.
Yeah, you want to be like more like Edgar Allan Poe style. Like, don't be so silly. Just kind of like,
Depressing. Yeah.
just quit being so funny, dude. I know. I've been thinking about that a lot.
Yeah. But no, honestly, I sucked. Every time I did a show, it was not good.
Well, just as of like you were,
Yeah.
but your funny silly jokes when you start stretching them out, they just get less funny.
The low case went well though, actually. I will say that.
Good.
Yeah, it did. Were you
Well, never
no, you
mind.
weren't at the low case. I forgot. It was Zach and Cole. And Jesse came. Jesse came that night. She was like really pregnant too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was funny. I told the pistachios joke, and I did stretch that one out way too long, but I made it funny. And yeah, it was
Well,
pretty good. It was the
I'm
best
actually not
pistachio version I ever did, for sure.
really.
Oh
And
yeah.
did you remember it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Did you buy the
I wrote it out
recording?
like 5 times, and I probably did 5 minutes on pistachios because I had 10 minutes. And it was pretty
Sick.
good.
See that one you can. I feel like you can go. I've seen you do 5 minutes on pistachios plenty
Yeah,
of times, and it's always funny.
yeah. The pistachios one were good.
The anteater one is the one you can't stretch.
The anteater one has no legs yet. The concept in my head is so funny to me, but I haven't written it in a way that is funny at all yet. But I will. I have a feeling I will. It's just one of those things, and a lot of comics talk about it. It's like you'll have ideas that you think are super funny, but
Oh, that's
translating that
me.
to a crowd is
Yeah.
not the same thing. So you have to like figure out a way to get people down into your world and understand the context, and then display the information. Because like the what I have in my head
Right.
versus what I have written is different.
Nobody sees what you're seeing.
Mm.
That's why you have to be nonverbal, telepathic, and then
Well,
you can kind of go right and decide somebody. And like this person, what's his name, Saeed, or his mom would look at something and she'd be like, I don't know what that is, and he would be like, it's paint.
yeah, it's pain. Right, exactly.
Yeah, and she'd be like, that looks like a food fight or something.
Wrong. Yeah, not paint.
But
Wrong.
he would say it's paint, and he wasn't looking at it. That is wild.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah,
I,
and it's
I have a
funny
new.
because I was listening to the telepathy tapes, and I went back and started listening back to Joe Rogan episode, and it's obvious that he didn't. So she was telling him all
Oh,
this,
right.
and I'm like, yeah, don't you remember?
Yeah, exactly.
In my head, like, dude, Joe, you didn't listen, you didn't watch.
No, he
Jerk.
doesn't have time for that, dude.
No, he says he always tries to do that before he has a guest, though.
It's funny that like he's starting to get guests on that Danny Jones has on first, which is funny. Danny
Who's
Jones
Danny
is that guy.
Jones?
I always bring up his podcast. I've brought him up probably like 4 times on our podcast, and we always get in trouble. But Joe Rogan's starting to get guests on his podcast that Danny Jones is getting now. Gets first. Joe Rogan's getting the sloppy seconds.
Damn, dude. So have you already heard this lady?
Yeah.
Do you listen to this guy on Joe Rogan?
Yeah.
Do you listen to this guy on YouTube?
So Joe Rogan
You listen to on Joe Rogan.
plays Danny Jones's podcast. So I listen to Danny Jones's podcast through Joe Rogan's Spotify account.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Just so he gets the.
One Joe
Hold
Rogan,
on.
please.
Hey, big shout out to my sister. It's her birthday today.
Oh,
Happy
dude,
birthday.
shout out.
Happy birthday.
Laura?
Happy birthday, Laura.
You.
I feel like she moved away and now my kids have nobody to help raise them right.
You know, sometimes
She was my nanny, and now they go to daycare and they're being indoctrinated into this stupid system.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
They wouldn't understand. I just don't think they would ever.
My
Let me
son
text
does
her,
this
make sure
thing.
she knows that I
My little
love
baby
her.
boy, he does this thing where he goes like this. He's like, he'll start crying, but you know it's a fake cry because he'll just go like this. He'll be like, "What?" And then he like holds it, and then he opens one eye. He goes like this,
Yeah.
and then he like sees if you're looking at him, and if you are looking at him, he'll just like cry harder.
Yes, I actually deal with that with my daughter right now,
Nice, yeah.
where
Yeah.
she'll go and she'll go and get so mad at you, and she'll run away like down the street or whatever, but she'll only get like 20 feet or so, and sometimes she'll sit down or whatever, but it's like, all right,
Yeah.
and you like just kind of chill and hang out, and then like with that 5 seconds, she's like, like peeking to make
Yeah.
sure that you didn't leave.
Right. I love
And
that.
I left like an hour before that, dude. I was like, I'm not dealing with it.
I gotta go.
Not dealing with it.
I got things to do. Yeah.
Bye, bitch.
Freaking he went to the doctor's today. I couldn't go because I had to pick
Because
David
of the bell
up, but-
pepper. This is all because of a bell pepper.
Well, no. So David I had to pick up from school because he got sick. But I was supposed to go to the doctor's appointment with my wife with our newborn Thayer. So I didn't get to go to Thayer's doctor's
And he had
appointment.
Hep B because he didn't get the vaccine. Let me
Mhm.
guess. You guys screwed up. Your
Yep.
son had Hep B
Mhm.
because you didn't get him vaccinated.
Double Hep B. It's like double
That's
pneumonia.
one of the things I wanted to talk about. There's a measles outbreak, apparently.
I think somebody died,
Texas.
actually. Didn't somebody die from it?
And isn't it because, I don't know if this is true, but is it because kids aren't getting vaccinated? Because of this whole
Probably.
COVID, like, it's like
Or
now
are
kids
they
aren't
just
getting vaccinated, so
injecting
now
kids with
kids are
measles?
dying from measles.
Maybe they're like getting measles because they're like, you better get the vaccine. If you don't, we'll give you measles. I don't know. I don't know how measles works, honestly.
I don't talk shit about vaccines.
Yeah, I really don't know.
My experience with the vaccine, though, is after I had it, I got like the worst allergy to what I've never figured out what it was. And I'd break out into hives. My neck and my back would just break out into hives every day, 3 or 4 times a day.
Yeah.
I swear to gosh, that's what my experience with getting the COVID vaccine, the
Yeah.
Johnson & Johnson.
I have
And that lasted for like
scoliosis now.
a year. I'm not lying, but that lasted for like a year and a half. It finally went away. I had to take allergy medicine every day.
Are you saying I'm lying?
I know your scoliosis is because your dad used to hit you over the back of the head. Shit, dude. And if you just share the mis and disinformation through your own experiences, they won't take you down.
Yeah. No, I mean, I have scoliosis because I used to have to sleep in a shoebox when I was little.
And your dad hit you upside the back of the head. Shit, dude. Yeah. Pow! Oh.
Ew. That's a home run.
Damn, dude. Oh God, it wasn't a home run.
Yeah.
Are you a fan?
You're
Are you
out.
a fan?
You're
a fan.
out.
You're a fan, dude. You
I'm
were
a
in the
big fan.
stands.
I'm a big fan.
Thank
Dude,
you.
I used to love to watch Sammy Sosa and Mark McGwire just crack the shit out of baseballs. You remember
Sammy
those
the
days?
Rat Sosa?
Sammy the Rat? Dude, no, he wasn't a rat.
Do you know who Sammy the Rat was?
No, well, was he a mob guy?
No.
I'm talking about Sammy Sosa, the baseball player, dude. The jack of all jacks.
Yes.
Mark McGuire was like, dude,
Oh, I was
watching
talking about my
highlights.
ex. I was just talking about my ex-girlfriend.
Oh no.
Oh, it's two different
Sammy the Rat.
Nah, dude, she's
Oh,
not.
I got something for Sammy the
That's a
Rat.
joke.
Yeah.
I just thought that you knew. I thought that you were in on that one.
No, I don't think I remember that. What happened? What's the story? You want to elaborate?
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to say anything bad. I would love to, but I don't know. It
Oh,
was
no,
my
no, we don't have
ex-girlfriend.
to
We
do
were
that.
into bad stuff. I'm not gonna say anything bad about her.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I understand.
I had a dream about her last night, though. Isn't that funny?
What? No
Talk
way.
about telepathy.
What did you dream about? What was it?
It was literally that I was walking through a restaurant and I saw her sitting at a table.
No way. Did you pull the chair out from under her?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, that is weird. I know. I hate
Yeah.
that when you wake up and because did it feel real? Was it like not lucid, but like felt like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, very much so.
I had a dream last year, like not a year ago, but last year in 2024. And it literally had, like, I was at a house party and it was almost like a high school reunion. It had everybody from high school because that's just how the dream made me feel. Like every time I turned my head, I was like seeing somebody else from high school. You were there and like other people that I remember from childhood. And then all of a sudden, like the floor caved in and like I just dropped into like this gulch and it was like full of sand. I don't know why I was like caving in with sand, and then all of a sudden I was just on like this putt putt course and I was just putt putting like golf balls on a putt putt course in sand. And then I was like afraid that like I was gonna get caved in on, and then it ended. So I was like, I don't know what that means.
God,
That's kind
dreams
of
are
weird.
wild.
Dreams are weird. It's weird I remember that one because I don't remember a lot of them.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, she was not a rat. It's just funny because it's like Sammy
She
the
was
rat.
human.
I don't know. And like, yeah, we both
She
got
was
in
a
trouble
human
together.
person.
So like it just like the name developed as Sammy the Rat, but she had nothing to do with ratting on us when we got in trouble. But yeah, the
Did she look like a rat?
it was a weird. No, maybe maybe a kind of mousy looking.
Yeah, where'd the rat come from?
One of my friends that Tony. That was it. Yeah, Tony.
Tony.
Mm-hmm. And
oh yeah, with Tony. And what was his brother's name?
He just made Joel. Joel. There you go. Yeah, he was just funny. Just like, oh yeah, he used to act like he was a gangster because me and him got like sober together. So he'd be like, oh, talking about Sammy the Rat, you know. And but yeah, stupid. But yeah, the thing is, when we broke up, we didn't really break up. It was just that we both got arrested, and it was like our lives just split from there. So every once in a while, we'll have a weird dream about her. So it's kind of weird.
That's what happens in the relationships when you're like in that state of mind when you're using, because it's all based on just like circumstance. So when the circumstance changes, then it's like, oh well, there's no reason. Yeah. So
yeah.
It's
whatever. Right. Oh, excuse me. I pray that she's doing well, and
no, you weren't expecting that one. You're thinking it'd be another one. Hopefully she is doing well though. Hopefully she's found Christ and has given her soul over to the Lord.
I wonder if she's baptized. Yeah, the thing is that's why you just get baptized as a baby. You don't have to ever worry about it again.
Well, that's funny. So the rat didn't come from anywhere. I was curious about where the rat thing came from, because everybody has
no, because he was like, oh, she ratted you out. It's like, no, she didn't.
Did she? Oh, she didn't.
No.
All right.
It was like a police officer that was like undercover.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My discovery was like they've been watching me for 2 weeks, going through my trash
Yep.
and
Oh, yeah.
buying for me for like every day for 2 weeks.
They're buying from you? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they get you.
And it was somebody that we knew. It was somebody that went to Central that was like, oh, okay, I know him. I can't remember his fucking name.
And did they get him in trouble? So they were using him to get to you?
Not necessarily, but he did rob me. He robbed me once. Isn't that crazy?
So what
Where
do you
they,
mean?
like, pulled up.
He just nonchalantly was like, "Oh, I'll help the police and buy from him."
I think that he was a cop. And
Oh, he was a
with
cop.
people that
Oh, that's
robbed me.
different. Oh, okay, I thought you meant he was just like working for the cops, just
No,
like willy
there was
nilly.
one
Like,
kid that
oh
was a
yeah, I know
cop.
that guy. Like, yeah, I'll go buy drugs off him. And then,
The one kid was a cop, but I think that the kid that was a cop's idea was to rob me. He said, let's just rob him. Because he was a big,
Oh.
like, they were gym rats, like, and they just started getting hooked on heroin. And then they came by one time, backed into the space sort of thing. And you make the deal. As soon as you give it to them, they just speed off. And you're like,
Yeah,
what the fuck, dude?
yeah.
That's not how it works.
And he's a cop. So
Yeah,
you're saying
yeah.
he was hooked on drugs while he was a
I
cop.
don't know. I don't know if he was doing the drugs or whatever, but he was definitely buying drugs for me with people that were drug addicts.
And
And
while he was a
he
cop.
seemed like he was. I think that that's the case. Yeah.
Damn.
And he bought for me like one time by himself, but a lot of times he's in the car with other people that I don't think were cops or maybe knew.
Man, but you don't think he was
Forsyth
undercover?
County, bro. Those guys, those drug task force guys are sneaky.
Do you think?
They've been.
But you don't think he was working undercover and just pretending?
I mean, when he robbed me, I think the other two guys.
Oh, so he did rob you while he was a cop.
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I could be completely mistaken on who it was because now it's been years, but that's what I came to the conclusion on who it was.
Yeah.
But then when they come in, like half of the guys have their faces covered, so it's like,
right.
which one of you is it?
Gotcha. Yeah.
But
what are you gonna do?
Thank God for them, honestly, because without that, I could probably be dead.
I know. I think about it all the time. At the time, it sucks, but then you look back and you're like, hey, you know what? I needed that. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's silly, but hey, you do.
What can you do for a Klondike bar?
What can you do for a Klondike bar? Mm. Yeah.
I was going to ask you, do you have all right, well, I'll
Sorry.
just go ahead and ask you out loud.
What you got?
Hold on. I've never sent her happy birthday. Okay. Do you have a
Hey, send your sister one big for me.
That's what I did.
Okay.
So do you have the I don't want to wait?
Oh, I don't have that one. Wait.
I'm like,
Hold on a sec.
It's okay. It's too late. Open up my daily blinds.
Yeah, it doesn't have that one. I don't wanna wait. Such a good. That's what is it? Dawson's Creek. It's from Dawson's Creek, the show.
Yeah, it's Paula Cole. I don't want to wait. Duh. She had hairy armpits. Isn't that weird? I remember that.
Hairy pits.
Yeah, she did. Because Paula Cole had another popular song. It was like
got it right here.
Video.
I got it right here.
Yeah, thank you.
Found it.
And then
it's called the Dawson button. Isn't that cool?
And then do you have any of like the ha ha?
Nah.
Or like,
dude, that's the hardest
up.
Sound effect to find. Or Jeezy
They won't
ones.
let
promise.
me out.
I know it's weird. It shouldn't be that way, but it for real is. He should be the most Jeezy.
Okay, so dude, did you see the close call? Ever since Trump's been the president, it's like planes are crashing. Did you see the Southwest plane? The pilots pull up at the last second.
Young Jeezy on the trip.
Cool. glad you're listening.
18.5. I have those sound effects playing in my ear. That's why I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you see? Did you see the Southwest planes? Almost the Southwest plane pull up the last second. Like ever since Trump has been in office, it's like planes are crashing, planes are falling out of sky.
Falling. Yeah. What happened? No, I haven't seen that. What are you talking about?
Oh, really? Yeah, there's a Southwest plane. It's like about to touch down, and then there's just some private jet that's just like taxiing just right across the runway, and it's like the Southwest plane's like.
Oh, wait. Yeah. That they almost crashed into each other. Yeah, I did
Yeah.
see that. You're right. Yeah. So people
it's
are
Trump.
like, oh, this is Trump's fault.
Always.
Well, I'll tell you one thing right now. Look at this real quick. I'll share my screen. One thing he's doing right. Oh, yeah. Look at that. That's nice right there.
Big news.
Yeah, people are getting to buy houses again. Rates are coming down. Not bad.
How much have they come down?
Walking right
in
into
one
the
day.
house. What's
Hey,
that?
dude? Just walk. Just pick me up. Take me into that house.
Hey, Drew.
Okay, so did you hear about Jake Tapper? You need to
No.
shave, dude.
I do.
Why'd
It's
you-
been a
why'd you
day.
get
And
a
I-
cover.
what happened to Jake Tapper?
You don't want to know. He
Oh,
wrote
it's
a book.
a new book about Biden and the cover up.
Did you Google it?
Yeah. You want me to share my screen?
Yeah, and it's just funny because this
Oh,
is Jake
this is-
Tapper.
This is so amazing. It's so amazing to me that
This is him for the last 4 years.
cognitive decline.
Well, you're trying to tell me that what I was suggesting was
I think that you were mocking his stutter. Yeah, I think you.
That was Jake Tapper for the last 4 years, and now he's writing a book about how they covered up his cognitive decline. It's like, you're a piece of shit, dude.
Here's the funny part. There was no cover up. Like you know what I mean? Like, what did they?
That
what
was
did they
it.
cover up?
I was
that
just playing
people
it.
didn't know that he was declining.
Well, no, it was just that they
were
tried to
just
say
playing it.
no. He's got a stutter. Are you kidding me? It's a stutter,
Oh
dude.
yeah. Well,
Shut
I
your
know,
mouth.
but it
Shut your
you can't
mouth.
cover something up that every single person on the planet knows about. It's
But
like
dude,
you can cover something up.
People turned a blind eye to it. It's the craziest thing that people did that. I don't understand. And now they'll be like, the same people will be like, look at Trump's cognitive decline. Did something, and it's like, are you kidding me? The same people.
The
I swear.
politicians
This is a
try
real
to.
story. This is true.
Yeah. Well, the politicians try to disregard it, but every other person in the world knew. Like, it didn't even matter if they were trying to cover up. It didn't matter. Like, everybody knew. Like UFOs, that's a cover up because there's like no evidence. Like, there's really no evidence. Like they say they have evidence, but they haven't shown us anything. But like Biden, like declining, like it's right in front of your face, you know.
No, it was a bit of a cover up because the people that were in charge of the press pool too, the guys now going to work for MSNBC, like the people that were able to give news that were closest to the president were all like Democratic activists.
No, but that's like saying, like, right now, if Trump came out, like there's a White
like
House,
saying the Lord's
there was a
name in
White House
vain.
press conference, you know, they like come out and they're like giving, you know, people this news, and it's a legitimate alien, and it's like an alien being that came out and started giving, you know, they're standing right next to Donald Trump, and they're like giving some press, and they're like, hey, Donald,
That's
like,
what they were doing though.
What's that right next to you right there, that like gray looking thing with huge eyes and doesn't have any genitals? And he's like,
Yes.
oh, that's Bob. And like everybody's like, no,
he's a
but like
human.
that's an alien. And he's like, oh, no, that's Bob. And that's the same exact thing. Like, they could try to cover that up, but it's like, oh, no, that's definitely not Bob. That's like,
And then 4 years later, they're like, nah, like for 4 years they were like, that's Bob.
and then
right?
then
4
they
years
write
later,
a book 4 years later, like, oh yeah, that was an alien. It's like, yeah, we
they're
knew,
like, there was
we knew that was an alien.
controlling the president the entire time.
Yeah, like, you know, you can't write a book about something 4 years later and be like, there was a cover up. It's like, oh no, yeah, we knew. You can't just like write a book and be like, "Hey, we covered this big secret up." It's like, nah, there wasn't really a secret.
It's
We
like,
knew. It was the biggest meme on the internet. Like him going
well,
to
I
the
bet the
Amazon
book's gonna
jungle
sell.
and talking about how we're like giving missiles to Ukraine, and then he like walks off the podium into the woods. It's
I got
crazy.
another one. I'm done with that one. Shut up, Fitz. Or shut up, Moody. Whatever your name is. All right. The actor Michelle Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
This
In
is
a
hot
world.
gossip.
Okay.
This is hot gossip.
Hot gossip from Drew Sullivan.
She's dead. And remember, she was like the hot girl in all those movies we grew up in.
No, what's her name?
Michelle Trachtenberg. Trach. Trachtenberg, maybe.
No way. Oh man, what happened?
But I don't know, dude. And then I heard Gene Hackman died because
His whole family and the dog.
one dog, well, another dog was alive out in the running around outside.
Really?
Yeah, and the thing is like they first said it was, oh, it doesn't seem to be suspicious, but the reports actually were that it does seem to be suspicious. The sheriff or like the lead detective or whatever is like definitely opening up an investigation and wants answers because there's enough to make it seem suspicious.
And
And
you're
I
talking
think
about Gene
that
Hackman right now?
yeah, Gene. I don't
Yeah,
know
of
about
course. It
this
had to have
one.
been
She had
weird,
the
dude.
liver transplant, and then she was found dead. But
The whole family doesn't die at the same time. Obviously, there's something weird about it.
well, the door was open, so it's like
Yeah,
that's weird. And there's a bunch of pills that were next to the wife.
dude. Yeah, dude. It's not like some. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you can't just like the whole family and the dog doesn't just die like at the same time.
Yeah,
They're
but
like,
if you
oh.
if you do like a murder suicide, do you take the dog out or what?
Some people do.
I mean, I always do.
I wouldn't put it past Gene
Come here,
Hackman.
Max. Max, come here.
I got to go like soon.
Okay, well, let's call it. Because I had one more, but we'll just save
No,
it for next week.
do one more. Do one more. I'm just letting you know I had to go soon.
Come here, Max. Come here. He's not gonna do it. Oh yeah, and the last thing was just this guy.
It's gonna taste good with this beer.
Like, dude, side smile.
Yeah, he was like, hey, Chet, thanks for the Trident gum. It's gonna taste great with this beer.
Chet.
He was
Yeah,
like
Chet.
chewing gum.
It's fucking shit.
Hey, Chet, thanks for the Trident. I love
you're the
Trident
best.
layers with natural light.
I hate gum, dude. All right.
No, that was sick. He is pretty
That's it for
cool.
the week.
He's pretty cool. I would be friends with him. Honestly, if I look at that kid, I'm like, I'm feeling the same way at a party like that. So I didn't finish
man,
college.
I've been digging that guy.
I've been digging him. He's good, dude.
Thank you. All right. Well, see you guys.